Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to what is going to be my final club tour on FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. That is right, we are within weeks now, and I try to do this like every month, and this is going to be for the end of August, start of September club tour. I think I probably missed one a month ago. However, this will be my final club tour, and this is basically where Ultimate Team ends for me on FIFA 18, and I'm very much looking forward to getting stuck in on FIFA 19. I want to go heavily down the Road to Glory route for episodes for you guys, and then of course have another account like this one where I can, you know, open a bunch of packs and have some of the best players on the game. So if you do enjoy this video, hit me with a thumbs up, and of course don't forget to sub if you're new around here. This will be one of my final FIFA 18 videos. So we will start things off in the Bundesliga, why not? Where this is how I'm going to end things off in the Bundesliga this year, just because there's no one else that's come out that's excited me or that's better than what I've really got here. So this is how it will stay, and as you can see, I've got even like quite a lot of talent chilling on the bench that probably won't ever really get used. What I would say is that I like Max better than Wendell, and well, to be honest, can we change anything else here? Like in game, you could play Caligiuri in midfield if you wanted to, but who's he going to replace? Because Alaba, Vidal, and Goretzka kind of pretty decent on FIFA 18. The attack is that Peterson that I've got, and then Thomas Muller, and then, well, Leon Bailey. Heart emojis in the chat for this guy. He's been ridiculous. I absolutely love him this year. Hope he continues to do well in his career so that he keeps getting really sick FIFA cards. So that's the Bundesliga. Let's move on to a different league. We'll go Calcio A, which will be the last time we see it as Calcio A as well, because FIFA 19 brings the Serie A license, which is brilliant. And well, I mean, Ronaldo's moved to that league, so it's probably going to be quite a big deal in the next edition of FIFA. So this is where we basically end off here. This one's always a bit of a struggle, and I think, you know what, I feel like 4-3-1-2 would probably be a better way to actually showcase this team. So we would go like that, and then like that, and then yeah, you could play like Milinkovic-Savic there if you wanted to, or switch it up and put, I don't know, like Nainggolan there, or I don't know, it doesn't necessarily work too well. Like there's 4 centre mids there and 3 centre mid spots and then 1 cam spot, but Mertens and Dybala up front, yeah, that's gonna certainly work for you. But where this team really excels is these 2 centre backs. Manolas and Benatia are up there, and if they get anything like that in the next FIFA, when people are using like the Ronaldos and stuff, then holy damn, is that going to be a great meta route to go down. You might even see people doing like if Ronaldo gets a striker card at the start of FIFA 19, like if that's where his position is, then I could imagine people playing Ronaldo here in like a centre mid spot for chemistry, to then Alexandro to Benatia or something. Like that would work. That would be a triangle of chemistry that people could use, and I guess that might be an option or a route that people go down for like for champions and stuff. So that's Calcio A or Serie A. La Liga. La Liga's one which is always a little bit disappointing for me, just because as much as I've got like crazy cards, and once again, like the defense is mad here with Varane at centre-back, one of the best ones on the game. Jimenez is pretty awesome. Like you've got PK here, you've also got Nacho Fernandez. I've got 4 really, really good centre-backs for this league, but I don't have a Messi and I don't have a Ronaldo. I mean, typically I do go out and buy like a normal Ronaldo at the start, at the end of each FIFA. Should we just see how much a regular Ronaldo is? I've got 420k, so let's go up to 400. He's more than that. How much is he this year? Oh man, is he over 500? Okay, so he's around 500k right now, so I couldn't even pick one up for my club if I wanted to. I guess I could probably get a Messi, but at this stage, like there's TOTS players in my team that are just better than a regular Messi or a regular Ronaldo, you know, like stats wise. You just take a look at this Rodrigo and he's probably got some crazy stats compared to Leo Messi, although the dribbling's not quite there, but shooting wise he'll be on par, if not even a little bit better. So that's La Liga. It's pretty solid through the midfield as well. Like Saul is brilliant, and Zonzi impressed me for the little bit that I've used him, and I really quite like Thomas Partey. Vasaico as well, what an absolute beast. So that's the La Liga. Let's move on to French Ligue 1. If I remember rightly, this is nearly a full TOTS team. Yeah, it's just it's a full French TOTS team with one added bonus of the Fekir that's better than the TOTS version. There are better versions of some of these players as well. I'm pretty sure there's a higher rated Cavani right now, but this one is a untradeable player that, I mean, I already had him untradeable and then I got him again, so I had to discard one. No, I had him tradable. I can't remember. No, I had a duplicate untradeable of Cavani, which I then threw into a different SBC, and so I've just not used this one since that happened a month or so ago. But it's pretty decent, as in, like, Marquinhos is good, Debussy's really good, Roussillon's really good. I quite like Rabiot. Verratti I haven't really used much of, and I can't imagine he really works that well on FIFA. Enjoyed Malcolm when I used him. Depay is next level. He's literally insanely good. And then Nabil Fekir as well. What an absolute beast. Joy to use. Since he got that TOTS and then the slightly even better version, like, yeah, he's up there as one of the best players. One of the best statted players anyway. Like, I know that the stats don't read brilliantly for this guy, but he's been in a lot of different teams where he's not been the main focus. But just the on-card stats, holy damn, they look pretty ridiculous. And then, yeah, we've even still got some, like, I've used a lot of this Fabinho this year, 140 games worth for him. He's got a TOTS as well if you wanted to use that. And then I've got a couple more TOTS which just don't feature. Munier I use quite a lot on the road to glory. You could definitely replace Sidibe with Debussy with Sidibe if you wanted to, but of course, well, Debussy's actually really quite good, so I wouldn't necessarily need to do that. But if you just wanted to, get one more TOTS out and add some more of that, like, pink and yellow in there just to change the team around a little bit, it's an option. So that's French Ligue 1, another pretty solid one. I've got a feeling when I come to look back at these in a year's time or something, I'm going to be pretty impressed with the squad that I had, or squads that I had for the whole of FIFA 18. Like, I've done pretty well this year, I would say. Icons is an empty squad, but it just goes to show you which icons I either got through SBCs or I have right now. I think all of these are SBC. Yeah, these are all ones that I've done the Prime SBC for. Yes, it was pretty awesome to be able to get these 3 this year, and I used them pretty extensively as well. Hullet has got 260 games. However, I had the 90 Hullet before that, which I used for a lot more games as well. So in total, I've used him for, I don't know, 500 plus games easily. Maybe 800, I don't even know. Ronaldinho used for over 300 games, but once again, similar story. Had, like, lesser versions of him before I got the Prime. Most fun player on the game this year, and I cannot wait to use him again in FIFA 19 if he's on there. I've not even seen if he's on there. I bloody hope he is. I love Ronaldinho, you know. Zanetti was one that I got towards the end. Carlos I used for a lot of games as well. 400 plus games on Roberto Carlos. Solid left back. And then Rio was brilliant too. Really rock solid CB that a lot of people would still use to this day as their main centre back, because he's just that good. He may not be the highest rated at this point, but damn ridiculous. And then I used Rui Costa for quite a bit towards the start of the game because he was one of the first Prime icons to come out. Icons just kind of, like, they get taken over once TOTS comes out, and then all the promos since then, yeah, it's obvious that they're not going to be as usable anymore, but still, Ronaldinho holds a nice close place to my heart. So does R9 and Ruud Hullet, of course. I didn't quite get Pele this year, though. Could have done it, but decided not to in the end, and I'm kind of glad I did, because it would have cost me a couple of million, and that's coins which I've obviously been able to pump into getting a load of TOTS players and a load of Festival of Football players, which can stay in my club for the rest of this eternity, shall we say. Flying Dutchman was roughly a squad that I made when I wanted to use Lozano and Depay alongside the 94 rated RVP. Nice squad, not necessarily the greatest, but it was just fun to use at the time. I think at the time I used regular Buffon, but nowadays, of course, I have the end of an era 98 rated version of him. So what else have we got left then? There's a few squads. MLS. MLS is like for the midfield and attack. The defense is definitely not MLS. It's a cross between Bundesliga, where you get a German link off to Bastian Schweinsteiger, and then we have Brazil, which gets a link off to Kaká, obviously. 2 icons in the middle to get enough chem for. PLO, and then, well, we just got 92 rated Begovic in goal. Randomly, he liked my tweet. When I tweeted a picture out saying that I've done the SBC for Begovic, he liked my tweet later on, so, you're right, mate. you're very good in goal on FIFA. But how sick is this attack? David Villa, 93 rated, classic hero. And then a 96 rated Zlatan, classic hero. FUTWIZ winner, Alessandrini, just absolute filth with the stats that he's been given. So one of the deadliest attacks, and it's just from the MLS, you know, which you don't necessarily expect. So MLS squad was looking pretty fire towards the end of the game. They definitely put some pretty sweet players there. Now I've got a couple of like nation teams that I built. This is like Dutch team. Obviously I really like Dutch players on this game for some reason. They play awesome. Ruud Gullit's brilliant, so of course like there's just lots of Dutch players that flow off of him. I've always loved Kluivert, and he's always been one of my favourite icons, so yeah, he works brilliantly well. Promes was great at the start of the year. This loan on Dennis Bergkamp makes me want to get the real version of him because he's been so much fun to use as well. Van Dijk, one of the most solid centre-backs on the game, pretty much from Christmas. He's been super usable even at an 85 rated. De Ligt was just awesome. I love the promo for that, and I love that everyone could pretty much get him, and to be fair, just does have some of the best stats on the game for a centre-back option. So, and that was like a free card, so big up to EA on that one. Depay, I've said it a couple of times already this video, absolute beast. So that was the Dutch, but I also have a Brazil team as well. Which, again, I just put together some of the Brazilian players that I have on the game. Ederson in goal has been one of my most used goalies all year. Like, he's the one that I rely on more than anyone, really. But, of course, I do have Alisson here, which is slightly higher rated. But that Ederson is just one of the best goalies on the game, 100%. We've got Roberto Carlos at right back instead of left back. I mean, you could do whatever you want here, really. Like, I've just got two insanely good Brazilian left backs. One being Alex Telles. I paid 60k for him. He's just got some of the best stats in the game, and was probably up there as one of the best left backs in the game. Naldo, Marquinhos, a lot of fun. Like, Naldo is actually pretty fun to go on a little run with because he's so massive, but he's kind of got a little bit of technique as well, and of course a banger of a shot. Fernandinho, Allen, and Kaká in the middle. Love that. You know, you got just enough of hard-working players, and then super flair with Kaká, and a nice throwback item for him this year. Malcolm, yeah, I mean, I'd prefer to have like a different player out there, but that's just what I had in the club. And then the two icons as well, Ronaldinho and Ronaldo, which are probably the two proudest players I have in my club, just because they're so sick. And being new additions to FIFA 18, it was just a dream of mine at the start of the year to make sure I owned them, so to get them was obviously brilliant for me. 10k budget, I have no idea. Obviously it's much more expensive than that. Yeah, this was one that I used, and I just call it 10k budget for lols. But it featured a lot of sweaty FUTWIZ players in Bakayoko, in what's his name, Manolas, Lukaku, Martial, Alessandrini, and then of course we have Zlatan up front as well. And that's one of the most ridiculous midfields you'll see. Bakayoko, Ruud Gullit, and Goretzka. Damn, holy damn, that is a really solid squad. One of the better ones in the game for sure. My Prem team ends like this year. There's plenty of ways that you could change the team around in game, just because I've got a lot of options on the bench. Like, just take a look at all of these players. I don't even fit. I don't fit in Martial. I don't fit in De Bruyne, Fernandinho. Like, there's so many good players, and I bet if I go to special Prem, I've still got a whole bunch in the club. Look at all of these, man. Like, I have too many Premier League players. This guy from the start of the year was insane. Everyone got a lot of use out of that. Mane, you know, Herrera was someone I used quite a lot as well. That Yaya Toure on the road to glory. I've got pages and pages of special items from the Prem that I just don't get a chance to use because these are the ones which make my starting 11. So it goes Begovic in goal. He just about takes over Ederson by rating and the fact that he's also a really OP goalkeeper. Probably one of the best goalies on the game. Walker and Young, left back and right back. Aspi, and then a 95 rated Company. I don't think we'll ever get one like that again. He's pretty special and extremely... He's a tank. He's an absolute tank in centre-back spot. We then have Kante, just as good, if not better, than the card that he got last year. This team of the year has been in my club for ages and will remain because he is just a beast. Bakayoko, regular gold version, been OP all year long. to get a FUTWIZ winner is just nuts, and he does perform incredibly well as well. So he makes his spot into the team too. And then Yaya, one that I recently picked up and made a whole video about. I really liked him, so he takes over Fernandinho or Dele Alli's spot in my team. And it's just a shame that that's probably the best Yaya we're ever going to get, and it came out so late that there's just, you know, we won't ever really use him again. The front three. It would probably be a different striker if I didn't untradably pack Aguero, because Aguero's insane, but he's always super expensive. So, and he doesn't necessarily fit the meta as good as certain other strikers. So, I mean, if I didn't pack him, it would probably look something like this, where I just put Heung-min Son up front, and then put Martial out there or something, and that would obviously still be a ridiculous squad. But yeah, I do have a 97 rated Aguero, so he is going to go in at striker. And then of course we had the 98 rated Salah after a mega year from the Egyptian. So those are my teams. That is how FIFA 18 ends for me. I think I'll probably still make a couple of videos on FIFA 18, whereby maybe I'll go through, like, maybe I'll make 3 videos where I go through my favourite defenders, my favourite midfielders, and my favourite attackers, and give you like top 3s for each position or something. Someone gave me that idea on Twitter, and it might not necessarily feature players that I have in my club, but maybe players that I've used and then had to sell on because they were so expensive or something like that. But yeah, just to give you an idea of who I've really enjoyed this year and stuff. Obviously, you know the players that I've enjoyed, the ones that are in my club, and we'll quickly rattle through the special items that I have in case I've missed out any. So we've got the loans. You can pause at any point during this if you want to see specific players, but if you've watched the random pick for the past few weeks, you roughly know what the special items in my club look like, and we don't normally go past page number 10, so you can see that, wow, I have a lot of special items. I've definitely put the most money into FIFA 18 and put the most time into FIFA 18, so it was obvious that I was going to end up with so many ridiculous players. Do me a favour, guys, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. That has been FIFA 18. There's still a couple videos coming your way, don't worry about that. But FIFA 19 really soon. So subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and you want to catch lots of fresh FIFA 19 content as soon as I can possibly bring it to you. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.